What's up, Stargazers? Arik and Philip here. We're doing another balancing demo. We're going to do a crystal healing, actually. But the balancing we did yesterday helped you with your sleep because you had some sleep issues, like especially with the full moon and everything going on. But now you're sleeping better.
Yep.
Like you were waking up, I guess, often, and now you're like last night you were able to sleep all the way through after the balancing. It's awesome. So in this case, what I want to do is just help really lock that in, you know, so it stays. So we seal the Chiron point. This is also very important to keep the healing energy in. But when we are working with crystals, there are so many different ways that we can work with crystals. But the question always is, what do I do? How do I work with the crystal? So first we have to figure out which crystal we need to work with, and then we have to figure out what to do with it. And that's what's so great about Astrolochi, is that's exactly what we're doing within the system to see what's the protocol and how do you do it. So let's just get right in. Good. Health is good. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going through my list of crystals. Alright, so actually what's coming up is agate, blue agate, and so this is a really interesting crystal that has a lot. It can be connected to relationships. It can also be connected to different kinds of frameworks and how you're interacting with people. It can also help balance and cool down the respiratory system at times as well, which is really good for everything that we're going on this quarantine. So now I'm just going to see if your body, this agrees with your body, and it does. This is a strong response. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what do we want to do with it. Okay. So actually in this case it doesn't want to sit on the body, it wants you to look at it. So I'm going to figure out how long. "22 seconds, you have to look at this, okay? So I'm going to hold it right here and begin. Perfect. And then I check and see if to do anything else. No? Is that it? Okay. Perfect. So that was just helping to kind of complement the balancing we did from yesterday. And then we're going to see, okay. So, perfect. So in relation to yesterday. Okay, something else is needed just to kind of support the change in process, because anytime I put someone into a healing state, then sometimes you can experience symptoms because your body's getting rid of things, or it could be emotional, physical, spiritual, and it can last a couple days, couple weeks, maybe a month or so as you're changing, because transformation is a lot of energy, it's a lot of work. So what's coming up now actually is rose quartz, and rose quartz is an energy of unconditional love and mercy, so it's going to kind of help soothe things over, any kind of transformation, that it can be done with mercy. And that's what rose quartz does. So I program it into the body, into the energy field, so that as you're processing these changes, it won't be so hectic, it won't be so aggressive as you're seeing in your reality. There's some aggressive people. So I'm going to help that, to pacify that a little bit. So once again, I see, it's agreeing. Yep. And then going to see where does it want to go. Okay, it wants to go on the body, but where does it want to go? See, these are things you need to figure out. You can't just put them randomly. Okay, so it actually wants to go on the forehead. For about 3 minutes. Okay, is this going to be too heavy?
It's okay.
Okay, balancing act. Okay, Google, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, and that's starting now.
Okay, let's see if I can do something else while it's going. Okay, there's something else I can do. So I'm going to do some energy work with the different pathways of the body. Okay, so just a minute. So the Sagittarius meridian, which is your rising sign, wants to be just flown through. So I'm just doing an energy healing with the different pathways of the body. We have 12 major pathways. Which of course in astrology are connected to the 12 zodiac signs. This is for Sagittarius, which is about optimism, but also connected to guilt. It's a fire sign. So it's the only sign that's a weapon. Like it's a shoot first, ask later kind of sign. Sometimes speaking without thinking, or thinking too much energy in the head, not enough unconditional love in the head. Good. Okay, so let's see. Also, we can use an essential oil. Sagittarius spray. Okay. So just like while the crystal is cooking, I'm just doing some other things because that's what his body wants. Okay, so spraying the aura, inner aura. So in the inner aura, which is, closer to the body. Good. Sagittarius spray. Okay, we're going to do it again from top to bottom. Bottom to top. Nope. Bottom to top. So this is helping to activate good balance energy with the archetype of Sagittarius, which is that energy of temperance, being able to balance. Okay, Google, stop. Okay, so that was 3 minutes. How's that feel?
Good.
Feels good? Relaxing? Smiling under the mask? We should put little smiley faces on. Like have masks for when you come in, you have sad face, and when you leave, you have a smiley face mask. Okay, great. So, and actually, one more thing before we go is that actually, with the crystal part, we're done. But you can put, I can put another drop of an oil on your mask. If that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you want it. So let's just see which one you want. Wow, how funny is that? It's the 5th vortex, the chakra 5 oil, which is connected to the mouth.
Okay.
That's funny. So it's more about expressing love, and it's also connected to the rose quartz.
Mhm.
That's the energy of that
So
vortex.
all
That's,
together.
that's the crystal manifestation of it. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to put 2 drops in your hand, and then you can rub your hands together and just dab it on your mask on the outside. Okay. Normally you only want to use 1 drop. Like you can put drops inside of the mask, but when you're rubbing it on the outside, 2. If you rub it in your hands and then rub it like on both sides, that's okay. All right. How's that?
Good.
Okay, good. Smells really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just check health is good.
That's good.
Perfect. All right, so I will take care of sealing this, balancing out. But yeah, that's a good way of doing crystal healing. Also, just an astrology balance in general. Please stay safe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you ever doing surrogate long distance healings. What did you just say?
It was interesting
Uh-huh.
with the crystal because I couldn't think anything.
So he wasn't thinking anything when the crystal was on his forehead, which is saying a lot for Philip because he thinks a lot. Libra, air sign, mental, very thinking a lot. So awesome. Sounds good. Let's keep it up, then you can have some clarity. Cool.
I need a crystal.
Yeah. Awesome. Or actually, the balancing should work and then you'll have the effects.
Yeah.
All right. Or just to be extra sure, I program the healings into a crystal so that then that effect you will have on there. Of course, you can get a rose quartz crystal also. I can hook you up with one, but the healing goes into the crystal so that you can have all those effects, that healing energy. So, awesome.